There's been a whirlwind of developments in the last 24 hours in the investigation that has thousands of local voters caught in the middle.
The new Congress is now officially in on Capitol Hill, but without any representation for our own District 9. Anchor Allison Lottis is live in Raleigh tonight, where the investigation has taken yet another major step forward today. Allison?
Erica and Scott, the nation's newest class of lawmakers is now seated in Congress, except for Mark Harris. Let me walk you through the latest developments tonight. Just hours ago, Harris and his attorney spoke with investigators with the State Board of Elections here in Raleigh for the first time. It comes after Harris filed a lawsuit demanding he be certified immediately. State investigators are trying to get to the bottom of irregularities with absentee ballots in Bladen and Robeson counties. The investigation centers around McCrae Dallas, who worked for a company called Red Dome, hired by the Harris campaign. Harris spoke about the allegations publicly after his meeting this morning, and I asked if he would consider hiring Red Dome again.
I have not seen any reason at this point, because this is an ongoing investigation, that I would not hire Red Dome again.
For now, Congress is moving on without representation for our 9th district. Reporter Jacqueline Fell is in Washington tonight, where that absence is quite evident.
We walked the halls of Congress to find this office, where the mail is still outside the door and there's no lawmaker name on the plaque. It just says the 9th Congressional District of North Carolina.
The clerk has not received a certificate of election for the 9th District of the state of North Carolina.
Those were among the very first words the clerk said today as the new 116th Congress gaveled in. Every U.S. citizen has representation in Congress, except the 780,000 who live in the 9th District, meaning as Congress took its first votes today, your voice was not heard. And we're told you may not get representation anytime soon. Even if Mark Harris wins his lawsuit filed today asking to be immediately certified, we've learned this Democratic House will not seat Harris anytime soon. The vacancy is on the minds of other lawmakers who say allegations of elections fraud impacted the race.
Dan McCready, an amazing Marine Corps veteran, he is not a member of Congress right now because of fraud.
But you'll still get help if you need it on Social Security payment problems, a passport issue, or a tax question. The House clerk will oversee the office for now. The clerk tells me there are staffers who are on hand to handle any issues for the people of the 9th District. In Washington, Jacqueline Fell, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Jackie. And it is important to note that the House ultimately has the final say here. The House has the power to seat or not seat. So this case will not end with Harris's lawsuit. Now I'd like to bring in reporter Mark Becker. Mark, I understand you had the chance today to speak one-on-one with former District 9 Congressman Robert Pittenger.
Yeah, Allison, as of today, Robert Pittenger is the former congressman from the 9th District here in North Carolina, and he made it perfectly clear he's okay with that, but not with that alleged vote fraud.
No, I never look back. You look for the next chapter.
8 months after Robert Pittenger lost the primary to Mark Harris by a little more than 800 votes, the three-term congressman told me he will definitely not run again if a new election is called. And Pittenger would have plenty of reasons to challenge his defeat. He lost in Bladen County by 855 votes, while the man at the center of the absentee ballot fraud investigation there, McCrae Dallas, was working for Mark Harris.
Pretty tawdry fella. I mean, I was told about him by multiple people.
Pittenger told me Dallas had approached him back in 2016 and asked to work for his campaign.
After spending maybe 4 or 5 minutes with him, I made a quick decision. No, I don't really need you on my team. It was pay for play, and it was real clear what he was about.
Do you think Mark Harris knew? Don't you think he should have steered clear?
I can only speak for me. And what I would have done.
And what Robert Pittenger will be doing now is leading international forums on terrorism and cybersecurity. But he's hoping someone will finally get to the bottom of the election controversy he's leaving behind.
It doesn't speak well of us, North Carolina, at all. It should never have tolerated, and I'm glad that it's come to a head now.
But Pittenger is also frustrated that while it's coming to a head, it could take months, Allison, for all of this to unravel, as you say, in the courts and in Congress. Allison?
All right, Mark, thank you very much. Coming up tonight at 6, Mark Harris answers more of my questions, and political reporter Joe Bruno breaks down the lawsuit today filed by Harris. Erica and Scott.
All right. Thank you, Allison, for pushing forward on this for our viewers and for all those voters. Thank you.